Hey everybody, Andy Kvernen here with another Cornerstone Connection Daily Devotional. In 1985, an actress named Sally Fields gave an acceptance speech at the Oscars for which she became famous, and perhaps maybe more accurately, for which she became infamous. And what she said there was when she received the award, she said, "I haven't had an orthodox career, and I've wanted more than anything to have your respect." She's saying this to the Academy at the Oscars. And then she said, "This time I feel it, and I can't deny the fact that you like me. Right now, you like me." And of course, Fields was ostracized for this speech and made out to seem insecure and wanting the validation of the Academy more than anything else. And people made a lot of fun of her. She's been parodied several times in different comedies and things like that. And perhaps she's been treated unfairly for what she said there. And yet, the fact remains that often those in the public spotlight have an inordinate desire for the affection and for the acceptance of the public. And for a lot of us, we can resonate with that those of us that do things that people see desperately want affirmation for what we do. And as a pastor, it's something that I have to wrestle with and have to fight against often. And for that, I look to the person of Jesus Christ. You know that Jesus obviously was in this massive public space during his ministry in Palestine in the first century. And he became very well known. I mean, you don't do the miracles, the kind of miracles that Jesus did, and not build a reputation. And just before his crucifixion, about a week before, Jesus entered into Jerusalem, where some people would have considered him at the height of his public availability, his public popularity. And a group of people gathered in front of Jesus as Jesus entered into Jerusalem on a colt, and they worshiped him. And in Luke 19, verses 37 and following, it says, "As he was drawing near, already on the way down the Mount of Olives, the whole multitude of his disciples began to rejoice and praise God with a loud voice for all the mighty works that they had seen, saying, 'Blessed is the King who comes in the name of the Lord, peace in heaven and glory in the highest.'" Now, this is a great scene, a great story, and of course the people are responding to what they've seen in Jesus. But if you're one of the people that is supposed to have the affection of the people, you're supposed to be a religious leader of the day, and you see this man Jesus getting it all, how would you feel? Well, the Pharisees of that day didn't like it. And so listen to what happens next. It says, "And some of the Pharisees in the crowd said to Jesus, 'Teacher, rebuke your disciples.'" In essence, they're calling you Lord. You got to tell them to knock it off. You're not Lord. You shouldn't allow them to do that. Listen to what Jesus says. He says, "I tell you, if these were silent, the very stones would cry out." I love that. Jesus has this expectation that, look, I know who I am. And whatever you say doesn't change the fact that I am who I am. I am Lord. And I will receive the glory that is due my name. If these people are silent, I don't need their affirmation. It's appropriate that they give it, but I don't need it because I'm the Lord. I'm God. And if they don't worship me, the very stones will. And friends, I love that as this picture of a leader who's confident in who he is. He knows he's the God of the universe. He's not searching for affirmation, and yet he's not denying it because he knows it's good, it's valid. It's right that the people would worship him as Lord. Now, the next little story here goes on, and it demonstrates even more deeply the heart of Jesus here, because a leader is constantly looking for the public to affirm him or her, often in our day anyway. But Jesus is not that way. In fact, Jesus looks out at the public, and rather than asking for their affirmation and their validation, if you will, Jesus demonstrates compassion for this crowd that's still lost. Even though they're worshiping him, they don't quite get it. And listen to this. It says in verses 41 and following, "And when he drew near and saw the city, he wept over it, saying, 'Would that you, even you, had known on this day the things that make for peace. But now they're hidden from your eyes. For the days will come upon you when your enemies will set up a barricade around you and surround you and hem you in on every side, and tear you down to the ground, you and your children within you. And they will not leave you one stone upon another in you, because you did not know the time of your visitation.'" See, Jesus has compassion for the people, and he receives the rebuke, the unwarranted rebuke of the Pharisees, and he realizes, this people, they're going to reject me. They're going to follow the lead of the Pharisees. And though some understood, the majority didn't. And for that, they would incur the wrath of God. They would incur judgment. Jesus wept over that. He didn't need the validation of the people. Instead, he demonstrated compassion for the people. And I wonder, whether you're a mom or a dad, whether you're a leader in your classroom as a peer, maybe you're a teacher, maybe you're an athlete, or in the choir, or wherever you are, wherever you have influence, I wonder if we might adopt the nature of Jesus, in that we don't seek validation from others, but instead we demonstrate compassion for others, and we make ourselves available to them in redemptive ways. Friends, that's, I'm convinced, what a leader in the shape of Jesus does, and may that be true of us today. God bless you, and Lord willing, we'll see you again on the Cornerstone Connection.